Trailblazers in red, 76ers in white, trimmed with blue and red. It'll be Walton and Caldwell Jones, and you can just see the anxiety. Tip goes to McGinnis, quickly to the doctor.
Well, that's one way to start a ball game. That gives you a tremendous lift in the crowd going for you. Portland lacks on defense there.
Offensive foul. It'll go back to Philadelphia.
There's the play coming off on the tip shot. McGinnis gets the ball, throws the lead pass to the doctor. 2 points.
One foul on Lionel Hollins. Backcourt pressure, said Jack Ramsey. He will pressure Bibby all over the floor. McGinnis driving, went back, and on the turnover, here's Bobby Gross, his 30 off of Hollins with control. There'll be some tension here early. Hollins controlled by Big George McGinnis.
That's not a good shot for Portland for their first shot of the game. They should try to run their offense to get a better opportunity, perhaps inside with those cuts to the hoop.
Davis matched against Bibby. They'll switch in the backcourt. That's Ramsey's plan. Inside to the doctor, got behind Gross.
Great backdoor play. Bill Walton was there, but the doctor was not to be intimidated.
Walton has signaled the play by rotating both hands. There are a couple of options. Contact in the corner. Irving picks up his first foul against Gross.
Julius being a little aggressive here in the early stages on the defensive end. Shows you he wants this game badly.
They go right side. Walton, a marvelous passer. Lucas into Gross, working against Irving. Caldwell Jones, outlet to McGinnis. Portland back on defense. They can't get the easy layup. They'll have to set a play. McGinnis puts the ball down and goes to Caldwell Jones left side. And Lucas cleans it off for the Trailblazers, who are yet to get on the board. 4-0 just underway. Game 1 of the NBA Championship Series.
Now they should get it into Bill. Run some cuts. Get to the hoop.
McGinnis was out on Lucas. McGinnis has fouled out twice of the 4 times that he has been matched up against Maurice Lucas and Portland. Lucas has fouled out once. The teams split. It was a home court series, 2-2. Here is Walton out high. Muscling in, Jones staying with him. Inside to Gross, a pretty pass.
There we talked about it. That cuts to the basket. Let's take a look at it right now. Walton tries to make his move. Good defense being played. Cuts him off at the baseline. Now you'll see coming into your picture Bob Gross, who loses Julius Irving and gets an easy basket.
4-2, Philly with the lead. McGinnis signals the play. Davis out on Bibby. Lucas gives McGinnis a lot of room, and now must stay close underneath. Collins maneuvering on Hollins. Walton bats it, and the doctor's got it at the offensive end. And did you see the strength of Maurice Lucas? Jump ball, but he was yanking Rick.
Well, he sure was. To take the ball away from George McGinnis, you got to be doing something right. Here's the play right here. The shot coming up. You see him battling for position. George gets good position, goes up for the ball. Lucas was able to sneak inside. It was a good play by Lucas, but also a nice play by McGinnis.
McGinnis and Lucas could be a war before it's over. Irving puts it down on Gross, comes inside a little too far. Outlet Walton, great passer. Here comes Hollins in a foot race with Bibby. Under control, but missed it. McGinnis now to Bibby. Pressure back at the 76er offensive end. Off now to Collins, who slides baseline.
Doug Collins. So super with his body control. As you watch this play here, the doctor with the ball makes a great pass, seeing him come on the side. He goes baseline, reverses underneath, puts it in for 2 points. The Sixers are off and running, Brent, and the Portland Trailblazers are going to have their difficulties if they don't do something about that break.
And a foul on Maurice Lucas. That's his first, as Ramsey bends into the huddle. And at the 76er end, Gene Shue kneels down. His team ahead by 4. Timeout in the Spectrum. Back in the Spectrum with 9:28 to go in the first. And Rick, Philadelphia's been tougher off the glass so far.
Well, that's going to be a big factor here. The team that can control the boards are able to ignite their running game, and both teams like to do that, although Portland's trying to have a controlled running game against the Sixers. They don't want it to get helter-skelter.
Inside to Walton with that patience, waiting. Gross uses the screen. So Bobby Gross with a couple of hoops.
George McGinnis and Julius Irving just actually got in one another's way. And that's
offense on Irving.
That's a good play by Bobby Gross. He will do that. Julius never did see him, and he got good position on the play. As we see the ball coming in right now from out of bounds over to Julius, you see he never saw Gross. Gross is right there. You got to get a little act with it, but it was a good call.
2 fouls, Rick, on Julius already. Bibby backing into Walton. Gross comes down the baseline and puts in his third basket. All 6 of the Blazers' points. 7-6, Sixers ahead by 1 free throw.
Well, Bobby Gross is having a good time out there now with Julius in foul trouble. He's going to be a little leery about getting too close to him and picking up that third one. Could be a big factor here.
Collins on Bibby, off McGinnis' hands. Bibby retrieves. Bibby, Walton battling. Jones came up over the top of him.
Good hustle by Jones that time. You can see many times that Bill Walton will lose that kind of a defensive rebound.
Contact. McGinnis has picked up another foul underneath, and that's 2 on George.
Coming down the floor, Lucas and McGinnis were going at it pretty good, and McGinnis neglected to throw his elbow and knock Lucas off right in front of Earl Strom. Not the place to do that. That's 2 on the 2 big forwards for Philadelphia.
And Steve Mix with an 18 ankle. They rotate right. Davis will take the jumper up iron. Jones gave the Blazers just 1 shot. Backcourt pressure Davis.
That's what Jack Ramsey wants. He does not want to allow them to get those breaking opportunities if possible.
Billy sets a play. Lucas on McGinnis. George backing in. McGinnis comes up with the one-hander. Out of the way, Walton. Collins, but Collins was back and Jones was right there. Lucas, a good shooter outside. 9-8 Philly, 7:49 first quarter. The doctor goes to work on Gross, and Gross seals him up at the baseline. McGinnis to Collins, flying down the middle. Walton takes it off. Hollins was open, shot just didn't go. Hollins with pressure off to Gross, and Gross has put in his 4th field goal.
Take a look at Collins on the last play. He cuts down the middle, sees the opening. Unfortunately for the Sixers, he missed it. Walton got it out. And a good break for Portland.
Blazers up 10-9. 4 field goals for Gross, 1 for Lucas. Bibby pull up. Was fouled that time by Lionel Hollins, his 2nd foul.
So we've got 3 of the most important players in this basketball game picking up 2 early fouls each. The second on Hollins, and of course McGinnis and Irving with 2. And these fellas are going to have to be a little more tentative out there. They get that 3rd foul, and it could cause a lot of strategy changes on the coach's part.
Henry Bibby, who played 1 year at UCLA when Bill Walton was the center, they defeated Florida State for the NCAA championship that year. Bibby puts the Sixers up 11-10. 7:15 first quarter from the Spectrum. Second game on CBS Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Walton waits, Walton jump hook.
Bill has really perfected that shot, Dave. He's doing a heck of a job with it. It's almost impossible to stop.
His first field goal in this championship series. Portland's first appearance in the playoffs, and they go for the title. They double-team the Doctor effectively. Bibby pushes one up on Davis short. Bibby regains as Lucas couldn't hold on. They seal up the Doctor, and Gross knocks it off. Walton there, too.
It's incredible. Bill Walton is just zoning in the middle. He's not even leaving the center position. He's just letting Jones roam outside.
McGinnis outside tries to bring Lucas, but it wouldn't go through. Outlet quickly by the Blazers. Sixers are back on defense. Lucas left side up over McGinnis. An extra inch, and Walton came up over the top. Walton has picked up a foul. Up over Jones.
There's the play here. You see Bill coming down, trying to get into the boards. He jumps up, makes a little body contact. That's going to happen under there, and the officials elected to call a foul.
Davis goes right with Bibby. Battled his way through that screen by McGinnis. Gross pressuring Irving underneath. Shot clock a factor. McGinnis puts it down and goes to the basket. George McGinnis wants to shoot, Rick. He thinks it's very important.
Well, he hasn't been shooting well from the outside, and wisely he put it on the floor and went to the basket.
We are going to preview Bill Walton. We'll isolate. That's a director's view, and when we see something, we'll bring it back, and Rick Barry will tell you about it. An isolated preview. Traveling. It'll go to the Sixers. 13-12. Sixers up by a point. 5:52 left. First quarter. Hollins with 2 fouls. McGinnis with 2. Irving with 2. Walton with 1. Lucas out on the ball. It was being handled by Jones, the Sixers center.
Look how far out they've got the Sixers playing offense. They're 25 feet from the hoop.
And Bibby shoots out there, Rick. Davis came out on it, and it's a foul on Bibby, who was reaching back on Davis.
Earl Strom right on top of that play. You see Gene Shue, he wasn't too happy with it. Tough job, Brent. Every time you blow your whistle, somebody's mad at you.
There's Lucas looking in. Jones over on Walton. Walton with control now. And you could see Jones trying to pressure him away, and he fouled. And here's the isolation we were talking about, Rick.
All right, here's the play coming back right now. Lucas sets a good screen on Collins. Now he'll get the ball. He'll try to spin to his right. Caldwell Jones is standing there trying to hold him. Foul was called on him for impeding Walton's progress to the hoop.
Jones' first foul. Darryl Dawkins and Harvey Catchings over on Gene Shue's bench. They'll see Walton before this championship series is over.
One thing there is that you see Jack Ramsey calling out some instructions to his team is Bill Walton has the ability to shoot the outside shot as well as you saw now, put it on the floor and go to the hoop. Something that Jones does not do that well for Philadelphia, allowing Bill Walton the luxury of zoning up the middle, clogging it up for the Sixers trying to get their penetration.
Tied with 5:19 to go in the first quarter. The Memorial Golf Finals after this as Irving puts the Sixers up by 2.
That's just a great individual effort by the Doctor. Nothing much you can do about it. It was good defense by Bob Gross, and if he's going to beat you with those type of shots, well, I guess you deserve to lose.
Walton wants it. Main man in Ramsey's offense. Again, Jones pressuring. Walton out high, facing the basket. Jones over on him, and he fouled him again. It is going to be a tough series for Walton.
Let's take a look at the Doctor's last play. Starts to go to his right. He gets cut off there. Goes back to his left. And just makes an incredible tough shot over Bill Walton.
Well, in Game 4 of the Los Angeles Laker final, Bill Walton hit the floor in Portland repeatedly. He probably needed the week off just to rest up. And here we can see the muscle being applied by Philadelphia against Walton already.
That's George McGinnis on your screen. You can see that he's worked up quite a sweat, as they say. Perspiration is a little better word.
When we talk about Bill Walton, Rick, the one man who never knocked Jack Ramsey's center through his first 2 years in the NBA was Gene Shue, the coach of Philly. He has always said that Walton would become one of the finest in the NBA. And how right Gene Shue is. Timeout for the 76ers. Shue will talk to his team. The Blazers and Bill Walton are tied now. It's 15 all. Rick Barry, the 76ers, 6 of 16. Portland, 6 of 11. But the 76ers have 4 offensive boards to none for the Trailblazers, tied at 15. McGinnis and Irving with Gross watching him.
They made a defensive switch. Walton is now on McGinnis.
Off iron. Outlet by Walton to Hollins. He's got Davis cuts to the glass. Pretty play.
There's that great fast break that Portland has. Bill Walton gets it out quick. Lionel Hollins gets to the open man, and they score 2 easy points.
And that's the difference right now. 17-15. Portland ahead. First 2 games in Philadelphia. Second 2 in Portland. Then the series seesaws 1-1-1. If it goes the distance, Walton off. Outlet deflected Irving, but Gross regains and goes back to Walton, and here's Lucas.
Bobby Gross played excellent defense on Julius Irving that time.
Hollins. Only 1 shot, and Gross came out on Doug Collins. Foul on Bobby Gross. as Commissioner Larry O'Brien sits at courtside and watches game one. And who is that man over there next to the commissioner? I know he's not pulling for Philadelphia. He's supposed to be impartial. We better get somebody in a Trailblazer uniform on the other side. Inside to Irving, goes up on Gross. Lucas gives him just one shot. Hollins quickly to Bobby Gross, pull up, uses glass. That's 10 points for Gross.
That's a great pass that time by Lionel Hollins. He looked to his left side, got the defense moving that way, flipped it the other way to Gross for the easy run.
Here is a warning for delay of game against the Trailblazers, and they have been warned. Gross is 5 of 6 now, Rick.
Yeah, you see the play right there. Hollins made the great pass to Gross off the board. Nice soft touch, and Gross is a big factor right now in this basketball game, both offensively and defensively.
As he was in Game 3 against Chicago out in Portland. McGinnis against Walton, hits it outside.
Yes, but they're forcing them to shoot outside. That's the 5th consecutive shot to the outside for Philadelphia, and you're not going to win consistently doing that.
That was the trouble they had last Sunday in Game 5 against Houston, as the Rockets made him go outside in the second half. Lucas got McGinnis up. Now Lucas comes back and hits. Under pressure, Maurice Lucas hit that one here in the Spectrum.
George McGinnis got a break there because Lucas could have drawn that foul.
Hollins off to McGinnis. Can't make it 2 in a row from that spot, and again it's outside, Rick. It's 21-17. Blazers with a chance for a spurt. Offensive foul, and that is 3 right now. Let's take
a look at Bill Walton on defense in the last play. You see him there in the middle, getting good position, seeing the ball going up, great timing, gets the ball out. But that foul is a big, big foul for the Portland Trailblazers. 3 fouls. Now Lionel Hollins, who is the orchestrator out there, he directs the flow of traffic. He's the one that makes things go. And we'll take a look at the play here. He goes, there's good position, he tries to force his way in. Looked like Hollins got position after he left his feet, but still a foul as far as Earl Strom was concerned. And Jack Ramsey has made a switch, bringing in Herm Gilliam.
Ramsey talking to Maurice Lucas, Al Domenico tending to Doug Collins. Owner Fitz Dixon of the Philadelphia 76ers. He does not sit at midcourt. He sits off to the left of your television screen, underneath the basket, close to the 76er bench. I have seen him go over and actually listen to Gene Shoe's huddle during the regular season. Bibby working against Davis, and also Robin Jones, 34, is out there. And Steve Mix will try that injured ankle. Walton is out. Irving and Davis and Bibby were battling, and a foul has been called. Loose ball foul against Davis, and they are in the penalty as Bibby comes to the line.
Well, Bill Walton will be getting arrested on the bench now. The 76ers are going to have to try to capitalize on that. We'll keep a close eye on Steve Mix to see how well he functions on that injured ankle of his. And, of course, the Philadelphia team, as you pointed out so many times, they're relying on that outside shot consistently. It's allowing Portland to get good inside position, get the boards, and get their break running. So they're going to have to get better penetration.
Daryl Dawkins. You can hear him coming when they start applauding in Philadelphia. Now, Dawkins took an elbow in the eye during the Houston series, was hospitalized. It was inflamed. He says he can see fine, expects to go at full strength. Walton is out. So let's set the lineups. Davis and Gilliam, Lucas, Jones, and Larry Steele out there for Jack Ramsey. Davis goes into Robin Jones on the turnaround, and the NBA's only successful walk-on this year hits the field goal.
2 minutes left in the court.
You can hear my friend Zinkoff tell everybody 2 minutes left, and we've got a foul. Steele got outside and picked up his first foul.
The doctor is trying to go down low and post both Bobby Gross and now Larry Steele. And that time Steele, in his anxiousness to get over his shoulder, will pick up the foul. You'll see the play coming up here. The pass from Bibby over to Mix. See Steele trying to go over the side. Really didn't look like he hit his body. Julius was kind of holding him off, actually.
6 points already, Rick, for the doctor. I think it's 7. Ramsey signaling for the bench. A year ago, Irving led the New York Nets to an ABA championship up over Denver.
One thing, he's got 7 points now, and it's a situation where he scored only 1 basket from the outside on that incredible shot early in the game. He hasn't hit his jump shot.
Dawkins taking Jones. Irving on Lucas right now. Bibby's out on Gilliam. Here's Davis outside. It is short. You can hear the Blazers yelling. It'll be the 76ers ball. They're behind by 2. They can tie it.
Davis a little tight on his outside shooting. Be interesting to see if Herm Gilliam can pick up the slack a little bit. We'll keep an eye on Steve Mix on the top of your screen there in the right-hand corner.
Pressure in the backcourt. It is Mix who helps out. Lucas on him. Dawkins, and now he takes it. Short. Collins with an offensive rebound in the basket. 5 points for Collins.
Offensive rebounds helping to keep Philadelphia right in this basketball game right now with that outside shooting being off.
Portland on the right side. Lucas away from the hoop. Jones retrieves. I would say that 8-day layoff has affected Portland. They are not smooth yet. Lucas. Irving controls. On the floor. Off right side, Bibby. Back. Oh, Collins the Mix. But only 1 shot as Lucas controls off to Gilliam. Gilliam and Mix gives the Blazers 1 shot. Inside of a minute first quarter. It's racehorse. Bibby was coming past Gilliam and drew the foul.
Let's take a look at this excellent ball movement on this break by Philadelphia. Here you see Bibby with the ball. He whips it in the middle of Collins. Great behind the back pass to Steve Mix. Once again, the outside shot not going down for the Sixers. But this is exactly the type of game that Jack Ramsey does not want to get involved in. They're running up and down the floor, firing up shots. This is an opportunity for the Philadelphia 76ers, with the great individual talent that they have, to exploit that. This is when the players are at their best. And so Portland's got to control a little bit. You notice with Walton out of the game, Brent, that Portland is not running their offense very smoothly at all.
Jack Ramsey has just sent Dave Twardzik into the game. Doug Collins will sit down for Philadelphia, meaning that Mike Dunleavy is out there. Earlier this year, he scored 32 points in a game against Portland. So Twardzik is 13. He'll work in the backcourt with Gilliam. Neal, Jones, and Steele. Time remaining, left-hand corner of the screen. Heavy substituting by both coaches as Gilliam hits outside.
Now, that's the man that can do it. He did it against Los Angeles in Game 2.
Dunleavy, Dawkins, Irving, Mix, and Bibby. On the turnover, the Blazers with a chance to take the lead. 14 seconds to go. Here in the first quarter in the Spectrum, Game 1. Game 2, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS. The Memorial Golf Tournament is next. Can Jack Nicklaus win on his own course? Steal by Irving. Does he have time? He's airborne at the buzzer. The Doctor with his magic show.
And here he goes. Makes a nice anticipation there. Knocks the ball loose. It happens to go his way. Takes off from no man's land. Carries it up to the hoop. Dumps it in. 10 points for Julius serving as the Philadelphia 76ers are leading by 2 at the end of the first quarter.